Hello and welcome to week 5 of A Better Balance. We started this week nice and slowly yesterday with a short task and no video. That was on purpose because I feel as though people have slightly lost momentum, which is really hard to keep up over an extended period like the 6 weeks of this course. And I want to be able to give you the gift of slowing things down a little bit, just changing that pace up. Now I'm coming to you today with this video to tell you what this week is about, boundaries and priorities, and explain a little bit more about the tasks, of course, to give you a bit of a heads up, as well as fill you in on today. So the things we're going to cover this week are going to be focusing, first of all, today's task is going to be a visualization. And it's kind of the flip side of yesterday. Yesterday's question was, where do you have boundaries? To start to have you thinking about these things, especially in relation to the balance wheel and the eight areas of your life. Today, the visualization is going to talk you through thinking about what you want to mark out as a boundary in your life. Now, boundaries sound a lot to do with other people and what we might let other people say to us or do to us, and that is part of it. That may well come up for you in the visualization. But another way I think it's important to think about them is what we let ourselves do or what we let ourselves get away with. Okay, there's two sort of sides to look at it. Because, for example, a boundary that you have or don't have could be related to anything. How you use your phone, there could be boundaries around that. Are you using your phone at times when you don't want to be? You can create that sacred space around family time, meal times, weekends, evenings in relation to that. Same with how you do your work or when you prioritise spending time with your partner or your children. Now, all these things might be interlinked. It might be phone usage or work that's getting in the way of the quality time with people. And boundaries are really a line in the sand. They don't have to be loud and flashy or obvious to other people. We don't have to talk about them. We don't have to tell somebody that we've got a new boundary and that we won't be doing X, Y, and Z after this time. When it comes to work and expectations, perhaps that's what you want to do. And in this visualization, I thank you very much for the feedback. I've taken it on board. This visualization is a little bit of a slower pace and a little bit quieter on my part, and I hope it's useful. You may find that after this visualization, when you're writing the notes, just like we did in week 1, that things surprise you. And that where you want to have more of an obvious line in the sand for you wasn't something you were expecting. So, as I said before, get it all down on paper. It's going to be useful for you later in the week. Okay, on Thursday, I'm going to be in touch with another short video and a task around your non-negotiables. And these are small things that you do, maybe daily, weekly, however suits you, it depends on the thing, that help you be more of your best self. And like the name would suggest, they're non-negotiable because they are super, super important to you. Now, your non-negotiables may well look very different to mine. And so in the video, I'm going to be talking a bit more about identifying what it is that's super important. And you've guessed it, drawing that line in the sand, giving that sacred space around that thing. Okay, it sounds a bit abstract now, but don't worry, Thursday it'll become a lot more clear. And by the end of the week, so on Saturday, our task will be about starting to sum things up a bit. I know we've still got week 6. Week 6 is more about looking forward. By the end of week 5, my aim is that you'll be taking from week 1 and week 2, week 3, week 4, week 5 all together, and you'll be identifying priorities for you. Now, these should start to become more apparent by this point, but you might not have had the chance to reflect on the previous weeks that we've been through. And so Saturday's task is going to give you, it's going to be a very reflective task. It's going to be one to grab the journal for. It will give you that chance to bring what you've been learning together, learning about yourself, okay? Because my role in this is a tiny amount of teaching and a lot of opportunity for you to learn about yourself and reflect on what you've been learning. And it's my hope that on Saturday, the task will help you do just that, and possibly, hopefully this weekend, spend a bit of time journaling. The email with this will give you a bit more of an idea about the timings for all these things. I hope it's useful again to you. As I say, with today's task, go into it with an open mind as much as possible, just like in week 1, and whatever you do, get that notebook out, get that journal out, and write things down afterwards. I hope that you are starting to pull this together. Make sure you get in touch about planning your second one-to-one session, and we will have a catch-up later in the week. Happy Tuesday!